Welcome back to Re-SearchTerms. In this video, we'll explore the third analysis mode in the term-level analysis tab, Types and Tokens Analysis. This mode helps us examine the lexical diversity of term definitions. So, what are types, tokens, and type-to-token ratio? Tokens here means the total number of words in all definitions of a term. If a word repeats, every occurrence counts. What about types? Across all definitions of a term, types means the number of unique words across these definitions of a term. Type-to-token ratio simply means types, the number of types, divided by the number of tokens. This is a simple proxy of lexical diversity, meaning that higher TTR, higher type-to-token ratio, suggests more varied vocabulary across definitions, while lower type-to-token ratio suggests more repetitive or standardized wording. Now, on the right, you can see a 3D scatter plot. Each dot here represents a term. The position of the dot reflects its number of types, tokens, and type-to-token ratio on the three axes. The color of the dot shows the cluster the term belongs to. Again, there are several clusters. You may check out our preprint for more information. You can also rotate, zoom, or pan the scatter plot to compare terms in different dimensions. And if you hover over a dot, you'll see the term's name and the cluster it belongs to. This makes it easier to interpret the vocabulary diversity of each term. On the left panel, you can filter terms with 3 sliders by types, that means the unique words across all definitions of a term. By tokens, that means the total number of words across definitions of a term, and the ratio, type-to-token ratio, that means lexical diversity. For example, you might use the type-to-token ratio to zoom in on terms with specifically or especially diverse wording, or use the token sliders to focus on terms defined with longer tags. So you may check out or play around these sliders. So once you set your filters, let's say I'm interested in this setting, you may click Generate Table. And then you'll see the filtered data table based on your slider inputs. This table would automatically update to display only the terms that match your selection, along with the cluster name and the statistics of these lexical diversity proxies. In addition, you could see how many definitions are there per term in our dataset, as well as the average cosine similarity for each term. So this is a straightforward way to review the data behind the scatter plot. Why is this function useful? Because types, tokens, and type-to-token ratio are proxies of lexical diversity. They help you judge whether a term's definitions are broad and varied or narrow and standardized in their wording. High type-to-token ratio means that those terms show more vocabulary variety, which might signal conceptual breadth or less consensus. Low type-to-token ratio terms show repetitive wording, which might suggest a more convergent understanding of the concept. But we have to bear in mind that these are just proxies. We should always check other proxies or other functions in our app as complementary help when interpreting the closeness of these terms' meaning. We should always look at all measures together to avoid misinterpretation. Also, token length might affect diversity. So again, this is one reason why looking at all three measures and other measures together is very important, because that avoids misinterpretation. So students, teachers, and researchers can use this function to spot which terms are consistently defined versus which vary more in vocabulary. We may also check whether the term that we are using is well standardized or still debated in how it is framed in their wording. So that's it for the types and tokens analysis tab. Together with word co-occurrence and embedding clustering, it completes the picture by showing vocabulary, meaning, and lexical diversity. You can find this and all our tutorials in the playlist linked on the app's homepage as well as in the description box down below. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have fun with our app.